Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Fairyhouse Racecourse here on Sunday. It is December the 2nd, 2018. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Fairyhouse, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. So we're gonna look at the stakes races on the card from Fairyhouse. The graded races, races 1, 2, 3, and 5. So the 1235, the 105, the 135, and the 240. Great jumps action ahead of you, so let's get on to it. The first race, the 1235, it's the grade 3 30 bet BarrinerRacing.com juvenile hurdle. It's going for a purse of $39,000. Races for 3-year-olds only. Field of 8 horses going 3,200 meters or 2 miles over the hurdle course. Top selection here. I like the 3-horse Human Sight. I'm going to go 3-1-2 in the TriCast trifecta. 3-1-2 TriCast trifecta. Top selection of 3-horse Human Sight. 3-year-old gelding by Intello here. This 3-year-old gelding by Intello, who's by Wingspan here. 6-1 here. The horse is most recent outing the 6th of November here at Fairyhouse. First start in Ireland, first start under the new owner and trainer in a juvenile main hurdle. The horse won by 2 3/4 lengths at 12-1, and he just had a great run in that day. He jumped very well, and it was an all-around good effort, but, the final kick, he just, made the field a bitch basically. It was a very good race there, first off the break. Before that, he was running in the claiming ranks in France at Longchamp, 1 mile and a quarter on June the 30th in a claiming race. He finished second by 1/4 lengths there, a little bit wide, but he had a decent turn of foot there. The horse won with the better weight, but he ran a good effort there. And then at May Sounds of Feet on the 5th of May, a mile and a quarter and a 3-year-old claim race. The horse finished 8th by 7.5 lengths. It was a higher end race claiming event, and he just couldn't get into it. And then before that, a Saint Cloud, a mile and a quarter and on good ground and 3-year-old allowance. The horse finished 4th by 3 lengths, and again, tougher race, never got into it, but he did win a race at La Croix Leroux in March, first off the break, very nicely, going a mile and 1/8, 1 by 1/4 lengths, easy race. I think he'll do another good run today, and at 6-1, watch out for him. So to recap my selections for the first, at 1235 from Fairyhouse, it's grade 3, 30 bet Barriner Racing Juvenile Hurdle. Gonna go with the 3-horse Human Sight. Going to go 3-1-2 in the TriCast trifecta. To race number 2 now, the 105. The 105 from Fairyhouse, it's the grade 1 Barriner Racing Royal Bond Novice Hurdle. It's going for a purse of $107,500. Races for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of only 5 horses going 3,200 meters or 2 miles over the hurdle course. Top selection, I like the 2-horse Quick Grabbin'. I'm going to go 2-1-3 in the TriCast trifecta. 2-1-3 TriCast trifecta. Top selection, 2-horse Quick Grabbin'. 6-year-old gelding by Oscar. Ruby Walsh gets leg up for Willie Mullins. The horse's most recent outing came the 11th of November at Navan. 2 miles in the grade 3 for auction novice hurdle. The horse finished 4th by 4.5 lengths there, and he just never got a good kick of the ground there at Navan. Didn't jump well. It just wasn't the day to win. Before that, Tipperary on the 7th of October, 2 miles in the grade 3 Joe Mack novice hurdle. The horse did everything right there. It was a little bit of a lower end race, but he won by 5.5 lengths, jumped well, and he closed up well. A very good race. And then before the Lismore, 2 miles in main hurdle, the horse won by 4.5 lengths there. It was his second win over the hurdles there, first win in quite a while, and he just jumped well and had a very good race. It was an improvement off the race before it came at Leopardstown and maiden hurdle back on Boxing Day. The horse didn't finish that day. He fell a few from home. It just wasn't the day to win. And then he ran here at Fairyhouse back in November of 2017 in his hurdle first hurdle race, where he finished second by half lengths behind Mind's Eye. He jumped very well there, but Paul Townend, who rode the horse, lost a whip a few from home, so just couldn't keep it in his hand. But I think here today, Ruby Walsh up. I think this horse should really improve off the last one, and watch out for this one. So to recap my selections for the second, the 105 from Fairyhouse, it's grade 1 Royal Bond Novice Hurdle. Going to go 2-horse Quick Grabbin'. Going to go 2-1-3 in the TriCast trifecta. To race number 3, the 135. The 135, it's the grade 1 Barriner Racing Bryn Mawr Novice Chase. It's going for a purse of $107,500. Races for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses going 4,000 meters or 2 miles and 1/2 over the chase course. Top selection, I like the 4-horse Delta Work. I'm going to go 4-2-7 in the TriCast trifecta. 427 Tricast Trifecta, top selection of 4-horse Delta Work. 5-year-old got on my network here. Davy Russell gets up for Gordon Elliott. The horse's most recent outing came the 2nd of November at Down Royal, 2 miles and 7/16 in a beginner's chase. And first off the chases was a success. He won by 3/4 of a length, 44 cents a dollar. He just jumped well on a very demanding course. It was a very good race there for his reappearance. Before that, back here in Ireland at Punchestown during the festival in April, 3 miles in the Grade 1 Irish Daily Mirror Novice Hurdle. The horse finished second by Next Generation, Next Destination. He just couldn't get to Next Destination that day, but he ran a good race there. And then at Cheltenham during the festival in March, 3 miles in the Grade 3 Pertemps Network Final Handicap Hurdle. He won by a nose. He got there in the end. It was weaking out of it. Can't speak, pardon me. It is 4 o'clock in the morning, almost 5 o'clock. Kind of can't speak now. But he was weaking out of it at the end. He just held on, but it wasn't the most impressive victories, but he got the job done in the end. And then before that, at Punchestown Handicap Hurdle, finished third by 1.5 lengths. He closed up well that day at the end. A little bit of a trouble trip on that soft ground. He's going to like a ground with a little bit of giving it, but he likes the drier side of yielding. Good to soft, shall we say. Not yielding good, not heavy and stuff, but he should like the going here. 5-2, not the best price, but you have to hit the Tricast to make some extra money. So to recap my selections for the third, the 135 from Fairyhouse, it's Grade 1 Drinmore Novice Chase. Gonna go with the 4-horse Delta Work. Gonna go 427 in the Tricast Trifecta. To race number 5, the 240 from Fairyhouse, featured event of the afternoon, the fifth race, 240. It's the Grade 1 BarronerRacing.com Hatton's Grace Hurdle. It's going for a purse of $149,500. This race is for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going 4,000 meters or 2 miles and 1/2 over the hurdle course. Top selection, I'm going to take the 5-horse Supper Sunday. I'm going to go 598 in the Tricast Trifecta. 598 Tricast Trifecta. Top selection of 5-horse Supper Sunday. I'm trying to be Apple's Jade here if that's possible. But the Supper Sunday, 8-year-old gun by Galileo. Robbie Power gets the leg up for Jessica Harrington. The horse's most recent outing came here at Punchestown during the festival in April. 2 miles in the Grade 1 Punchestown Champion Hurdle. This horse put on a show there, beating Wicklow Brave, Blueberry. The horse won by 3 1/4 lengths there and just kept opening up, jumped well. It was the best race for this horse lifetime. Before that, at Aintree on the 12th of April, 2 miles and a half in the Grade 1 Aintree Hurdle, he finished second by 3 lengths behind Liami Surge. He jumped well there, but Liami Surge just, again, ran the race of his life there, but he ran a decent effort Supper Sunday. And then at Cheltenham during the festival in March, 3 miles and the Stayers Hurdle, he finished second by 2 lengths behind Penhill. Again, he ran a good effort that day, but Penhill just ran the race of his life. And then he ran the Irish Champion Hurdle back in February at Leopardstown, where he won by 2 1/4 lengths, and he just jumped for fun on the front end all throughout. A very good race there. But he did run in this race last year, where he finished third by 11 lengths behind Apple's Jade. You know, something happened to Apple's Jade after, at Cheltenham, the horse didn't show up. Didn't show up then at Punchestown. Reappeared last time out in Navan, but those were against nobodies. But I think, Apple's Jade's going to have a very tough time here today. And I think this is a lot tougher group than she faced last year. And, I just think Supper Sunday, he's been on the up and up all throughout the last season. That I think he's sitting on another good race. 4-1, I'll take my chances. I could be completely wrong, but I really have a feeling Apple's Jade's getting beaten here, so I have a feeling it's going to be Supper Sunday. But to recap my selections for the 5th, the 240 from Fairyhouse, it's the Grade 1 Hatton's Grace Hurdle. Going to go with the 5-horse Supper Sunday. Going to go 598 in the Tricast Trifecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit. Bye. Good luck, everyone.